Ave Legion and welcome to my channel. My name is Ludi and today we'll be discussing the HRE mechanics added in the 1.30 Emperor update and DLC. I want to give a special thanks to Paradox for giving me an early access to the DLC. It really helped me get a greater grasp on the mechanics so that I may share them with you guys. The HRE mechanics in 1.30 have been completely changed and we will be breaking down each part and explaining how it works. So watch this video until the end to fully understand the new HRE mechanics added in the 1.30 Emperor update. The first thing you notice when you go to the new HRE screen is that we now have 59 princes within the Holy Roman Empire, and 12 of these are actually free cities. Now this number of free cities can increase and we will talk about that in a few moments. To the left side of the screen we have the electors, which have been highlighted here, and we start off with the classical 7 electors. And we can also get one more elector, and we will be discussing how you can do that and how you can get more free cities as well in a few moments. When we see the reform screen, it's obviously been changed and we have a new system of decentralization or centralization from the empire, both of which give a different path that you can take as the emperor, which will affect the Holy Roman Empire drastically. Now when you first start off, you have to do the classical reforms such as the call for Reichsreform, then you go for institute a Reichsregiment, absolute Reichsstabilität, which now gives you state maintenance minus 25%, and then we have enact gemeine Pfennig, which gives the tax income for the emperor and diplomatic relations for the empire. But afterwards we start getting a few different reforms such as the perpetual diet, which gives imperial authority from free cities by 50%, and once you have enacted the perpetual diet you can choose between decentralizing or centralizing your empire. If you choose to decentralize, as you can see, you do require the perpetual diet. Same thing goes for the centralized path. The first decentralization reform grants you 3 more free cities within the empire. The second one increases your manpower considerably, as well as the manpower of the electors, and you get a nice friendly movement speed plus 10% in your empire provinces. Next, if you go for embrace Regenschaft measures, you can get 1 more elector, so that means you're gonna have 8 electors within the HRE. And then if you go for geteilte Macht, you get yearly tax income plus 29, but this varies on the number of princes within the HRE, and every empire province gets a minus 5% development cost, which together with the first reform means you're going to get minus 10% development cost, meaning that playing toll within the HRE is going to be a great idea if you decentralize. The last reform of the decentralization path is the Reichskrieg, which allows the emperor to create a casus belli on any nation not currently in the empire, as well as the emperor and the electors will be able to raise war taxes for free while at war with enemies of the Holy Roman Empire. Basically, you get a free CB on everybody around you. If you go down the centralization path, you get a core creation cost reduction of minus 10%. Afterwards, by curtailing the imperial estates, you get imperial authority growth modifier plus 25%. Proclaiming Erbkaisertum gives you another imperial growth plus 25%, as well as you get a treaty of religious peace, and the HRE is now inherited by the same country. So if you are the emperor, when you enact this, you're always going to be the emperor. Revoke the privilegia means that all of the HRE members will be your direct vassals, or they have to leave the empire, and you get a claim on them. Princes and free cities also get a stability cost modifier minus 5%, and you also get another 25% imperial authority growth. Renovatio Imperii is the classic unite the Holy Roman Empire into one nation, which changes your tag to the HRE tag and gives you the missions and the ideas of the HRE. After doing the perpetual diet reform, you can also do the create the Landsknechtewesen, which means that everybody in the empire is gonna get a mercenary recruitment cost minus 25%. After that, you can also go for ewige Landfehde, which gives the emperor some prestige bonus, as well as all the members of the empire get a technology cost minus 5%, and every province gets institution spread plus 10%. But this also means that members within the HRE will not be able to go to war with each other anymore. Another thing to point out is that once you enact the call to Reichsreform, you get a casus belli on all non-HRE members holding imperial territory. So that means you get the imperial ban casus belli on any nation that holds territory which is not part of the HRE. This is a very easy way of getting back territory within the HRE. One other feature added in the Emperor DLC is the imperial incidents. This is a series of incidents such as the Burgundian inheritance that I'm showing you now, or the Shadow Kingdom, or many others that you will encounter in your game, and you get 3 different options that will lead to 3 different outcomes. For example, for the Burgundian inheritance, the Burgundians chose to side with me, which triggered the incident, and now I have to decide whether to keep my union with Burgundy, which is going to trigger a war with France, make concessions to France, which means I give them some parts of Burgundy but I keep the rest, or integrate Burgundy into the empire, which means that all of the Burgundian lowlands are going to be released as independent nations that will belong to the HRE. I personally think this is the best option out of the 3, but we need to also make sure we care about what our princes are saying, since they also vote for which of these options we should go for. A few months after the incident has triggered, the decision that you have chosen will be enacted, and as you can see, the Burgundian lands have been split up and have been fully integrated into the empire, thus giving the middle finger to the French. Another thing to keep in mind is that you can also cancel reforms that have already been enacted. So that means if you just got the emperorship and you want to cancel some decentralization reforms and go down the other path, you can always do that as long as you have 50 imperial authority for each reform. Your past incidents are going to be shown on this side of the screen as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then leave a like and comment in the section below, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future, and I will be seeing you guys in the next one.